Yo, what's up, beautiful people? It's your boy TwoBars right here, and I know it's been so long since I posted a video on this channel regarding tutorials on how I made certain beats, and then even posting beats as well. But I'm back again. We're back, and this time is going to be, this particular video is I'm going to talk about what I wish I knew before becoming a music producer. Because my music production journey was a little different from the usual journey where people know something about music. But I knew about music. I loved listening to music, but I didn't have like much knowledge about production. So I wish, what I wish I knew about production, this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. So stick and stay with me. TwoBars, play. So one important thing about the journey of my music production was the key thing was to have knowledge about music. To be a music producer, you need to have knowledge about music. You know, music is an art that has been around for centuries and it continues to evolve with time. And as a music producer, having knowledge about music will basically and essentially help you create successful and impactful music that resonates with your audience, like your target market. And I want us to explore and talk about like the importance of having knowledge about music as a music producer. The first thing you need to understand is understanding the music theory in its whole. And music theory provides the foundation for creating music that is both harmonically and melodically pleasing to the ear. So a music producer is someone who understands music theory and can create music that is both complex and very simple. It depends on the requirements of the project though. So understanding music theory also enables a music producer to communicate effectively with the musicians and other professionals in the music industry. So let's say music theory, basically, if you understand music theory, you can, if you are performing or you have like an artist that you're working with, you understand the theory of music, how music, you can create the music, what the keys you are playing in, the notes that you're going to play, the sound, that's, you know, those basic things. Another one is having knowledge of different music genres. Do you get it? You know, music is a very vast subject with numerous genres and subgenres. And as a music producer, it is essential to have knowledge of the different music genres to create music that resonates with the target audience, right? So let's say if you are producing music for a particular genre, it is very essential to have knowledge about the type of music that is typically associated with that genre. Let's say you're trying to produce jazz. Someone says, I want jazz music. You need to know that like the kind of music that's what we call jazz music. You need to understand the genre that you are working in, you know. And similarly, if you are producing music for a particular age group or demographic, it is essential to have like knowledge of the music that appeals to that particular group. You can't go and be playing trap music for some 60-year-olds, you know. It doesn't make sense. Another thing you need to know is like knowledge of music production techniques. As a music producer, having knowledge of music production techniques is very crucial to create high quality music that is ready for distribution. So some of the essential music production techniques include recording, mixing, mastering, let me add beat making, recording, mixing, mastering. Do you get it? And then recording, let's break it down. Recording involves like capturing the music performance and vocals. So the vocals that you're going to use for the production. While mixing involves like blending different elements of the music, different tones, vocals, whatever to like create the cohesive sound. Do you get it? And then mastering involves like fine-tuning the final mix. Like you are fine-tuning it, maybe you have a final mix, you are tuning it very well to make the mix sound consistent across different playback systems. So if you are playing a song in the car, it has to sound this way. If you are playing it at the stadium, it has to, you need to hear the same sound that maybe the kick is playing kum, kum, kum in a car. If you go to the stadium, you need to hear that same sound. If you go into the wherever, maybe like the party, you need to hear that same sound. Do you get it? So that's the detail of mastering. So you need to have like knowledge of the music production techniques. Another field is having knowledge about the music equipment and softwares. And music production involves the use of different equipment and software tools. So as a music producer, having knowledge of the different equipment and softwares is essential to produce high quality music efficiently. There are so many softwares for production and there are so many gears for production as well. So we have softwares like Cubase, Fruity Loops, Ableton, there are so many, you guys know. And then we have gears like sound card, the microphone, the preamps, the EQs. We have like the hardware EQs, the software EQs. We have like a lot of equipment that comes together to help in music production. So the last point in having knowledge about music is collaborating with other musicians and other professionals. So this work that we're doing is a collaborative process, which involves like working with musicians, singers, songwriters, and other professionals in the music industry. So having knowledge of music enables a producer to communicate effectively with these professionals, leading to like a successful collaboration that results in high-end quality music. A music producer who understands music can guide the musicians and other professionals in the right direction, resulting in more like cohesive and harmonious sounds that you enjoy in the end. So I believe like having knowledge about music is essential for a producer to create successful and impactful music, right? And understanding music theory, different genres, music production techniques, music equipment and softwares, and collaborating with other producers and music professionals would help to create like super quality sounds. So with the right knowledge and skills, a music producer can create like music that inspires, entertains, and resonates with their audience. Let's go to the second point. Know your market. As a music producer, understanding your market is essential like for success. Knowing your market means understanding like your audience and what they want to hear, as well as identifying trends and opportunities in the music industry. So let's talk about some of the few things that will help you get started, right? So the first one, research on your audience. Who are the people listening to your music? What are their age range, interest, and then like their lifestyle, basically. You can gather information through social media, analytics, your surveys, maybe you're attending events and observing the audience that like are around you. Secondly, stay on top of the industry trends. Keep up with the latest music. Charlie, the latest music that comes out, latest music releases, and pay attention to what is popular, because that is what like runs the world right now. So to get like what is popular, you know me, sometimes I use Apple Music Top 100 Ghana, Top 100 Nigeria, Top 100 UK, Top 100 America. Those are like my steady areas, right? So those are the areas that I use. So you can use platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and Billboard to stay informed about like the top charts and upcoming artists. There's Boomplay as well. And then the third one is to be aware of your competition. Listen to music by other producers in the genre. Like if you're producing Afro beats, you're producing hip hop, listen to producers that are producing that sort of sound to get like more inspiration. Do you get it? And then you analyze their sound, their production techniques, their marketing strategy, and look for opportunities to differentiate yourself and create a unique sound. So if we are all producing Afrobeats, what makes you very special in particular? Maybe your tone selections, your mixing, your mastering, something that makes your sound very unique. And then the fourth one is to engage with your audience. So you need to respond to comments on social media. Maybe you've produced for an artist, you need to read through the comments, like how people are receiving the sound that you produced, and then respond to the comments, ask for feedback, you know, that sort of thing. This will help you build like a loyal following and understand what your audience wants to hear from you. Finally, you need to adapt to like changes in the market. The music industry is really evolving, and it's important to stay flexible and open to new opportunities. Do you get it? So experiment with different genres, production styles, and be willing to like pivot their preferences and changes. Do you understand? So in conclusion, you need to know your market as a music producer, and this is essential for your success. By researching your audience and staying up to date on industry trends, analyzing your competition, engaging with fans, and adapting to change, you can create music that resonates with your audience and builds a loyal following. So the third step, you need to practice. You know, music production is an art that requires like a unique combination of technical knowledge, creativity, and dedication. You need to be dedicated to your work. And as a music producer, your primary responsibility is to create and produce music that will like resonate with your target audience. So whether you're working with upcoming artists or established musicians, the quality of your music will determine your success in the music industry. I think the first step you need to know is to invest in it.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Invest in the right equipment. Invest in the right equipment. To produce high quality music, you need to have like the right equipment. Charlie, invest in the right equipment. Is really key. So you need to invest in a reliable computer, like a computer good pair of headphones, and then the audio workstations. The audio workstation is basically the FL Studio, the Cubase, the Ableton, the Studio Ones, and the rest. So the audio workstation will help you record, mix, and edit your music. You can invest in a MIDI keyboard to make the process of creating melodies and like the harmonies and whatever very easy. Second one you need to know is learn the basics of music theory. Like, while you don't need to be a music theory expert to produce music. You don't need to be like a top guru to produce music. Just having a basic understanding of the music theory will make it easier for you to create music. That sounds good. I know the basics, so that's why I'm able to create music. So you need to learn the basic scales, the scales in music, the chords and harmony, what's not. And this knowledge will help you to create like melodies and harmonies that are in key and pleasing to the ear. The third one, you need to practice. Practice, that's the main topic for this one. Practice. Like any other skill, like the key to becoming a good producer, I would say, is to practice consistently. Every day, practice. You need to set aside like time each day to practice on your craft, to work on your craft. You experiment with different sounds, listen to different genres, try new techniques, and don't be afraid to like make mistakes. You are in your bedroom making music and you are scared to make mistakes. You are not even on the stage performing to people, so practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. So the more you practice, practice makes man perfect. The better you become. So the fourth topic that I'll talk about is have connection with artists. As a music producer, having connection with artists is crucial to your success. Like your success is tied to having connections with artists. Not entirely, but you are producing for people, so definitely you're producing for artists to use your beats. It's not just about making great music, but also like building relationships and collaborating with other talented individuals. The first thing you need to know is to attend music events, and one of the easiest ways to meet artists is to attend music events. You need to go to shows, go for shows. Like you can go for concerts, music festivals, industry conferences where artists will be present. And then these are like an excellent opportunity to network and get to know people in the music industry, and then introduce yourself properly to like artists and in your work. The second one is to collaborate with upcoming artists. Working with upcoming artists can be an excellent way to establish connections and build your portfolio. Like you have so many works with upcoming artists. Not only will you get to work with new and fresh talents, but you also get to showcase your skills and potentially gain exposure through the growing fan base. The third one is to join music communities. There are several online communities dedicated to music producers. Like there are WhatsApp platforms, there are Facebook groups, there are Reddit platforms that you can join to meet like producers and artists. You get it? So joining these communities can be very excellent. It will help you create and connect like a bond with like-minded people, and you get to share your works and then collaborate on new projects. The fourth one is to use social media. So social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they are very great tools for reaching out to artists and showcasing your work. So make sure you follow and interact with artists you admire, and don't be afraid to like reach out and introduce yourself. There's nothing like failure in that. So like in conclusion, I think establishing the connection with artists, collaborating with upcoming artists, joining communities, using social media, attending events, those things will help you become a better music producer and then connecting with people. You get it? So the fifth point that we're going to talk about is like listen wide. As a music producer, it's very, very important to have like diverse range of influence when it comes to music, where you draw your inspirations. And one of the ways to broaden your musical horizon is by listening wide. That is like exploring music outside your comfort zone. So if you are more inclined to hip hop, trap music, Afrobeats, you need to like listen to country music. You can even draw inspirations, you can get chord progressions, melodies, ideas from there. You get it? When you listen widely, you expose yourself to different genres, like cultures and then time periods. You get it? So this doesn't only help you develop a more expansive musical palette, but then it can also lead you to like new ideas and approaches in the music production circle. So I think the first thing I'll talk about in this regard is like exploring music, different genres. You shouldn't limit yourself to one or two genres. Like, oh yeah, I'm a producer, I produce only hip hop and Afrobeats. Like, Charlie, try reggae, try R&B, try like different genres. From classical to hip hop to EDMs to amapiano. Like there's wealth of music out there waiting to be explored. There's like tons of music out there waiting to be explored. So you need to tap into that field. The second one is to check out music from different cultures. Music is a universal language music is not bad by just like a specific language or whatever it is. You can hear music from Cuba with their language, but it's so very catchy. More like I don't want to mention names, but okay, let me just mention like Despacito. I don't speak Spanish. I don't understand Spanish, but the song is so nice. You get it? So I think that you need to expand your cultural awareness by exploring the music from like different parts of the world. It can be an excellent way to discover music, and then you discover unique rhythms, melodies, instruments that you may have not even encountered before in like your genre of music. So the third one is to like listen to music from different eras, like from jazz music from 1920s to sometimes I listen to cools from 1970s. Maybe when I'm about to sleep, sometimes I'll just play cools from 1970 and all that. And it helps me understand some music arrangements, how the music changes from maybe they are trying to play a key and then they change to a different key, that sort of thing. So it makes me understand certain things about music. I think the fourth one will be based on paying attention to different production techniques. When you listen wide, it makes you pay attention to like how different producers approach their crafts. So you take note of different mixing, mastering, sound design techniques using different genres of music. This can help you expand your own production skills and give you like new ideas to incorporate in your work. So maybe you get an idea from jazz music and then you incorporate it into Afrobeats. You get an idea from R&B, you bring it into Afrobeats, and it helps. People listen like, this guy is playing a jazz like chord progression on an Afrobeat, and it sounds really good. You get that sort of idea. The fifth one is to be open-minded. The most important aspect of listening wide is to be open-minded. Like, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and listen to something that may not immediately appeal to you. Sometimes the most important breakthroughs come from like unexpected places. So in conclusion, I think listening wide is a crucial aspect of music producers' development. You need to open your ears to listen to like different genres of music, different producers from different genres. And I think these things will help you becoming a better music producer. If I had known all these things earlier, I'm sure I would have been winning a Grammy or whatever by now. I mean, it's not impossible. It's possible. You can be a better person with these ideas and these keys. So I think these are some of the things I just wanted to share with you guys as I am back to production for YouTube. Stay with me, TwoBars GH. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like this video. Let's go. Play.